Hi everybody, it's Colleen Pearl the Cool Crone. Thank you for tuning in and coming to my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already, or even if you have, please check to make sure that you are still subscribed, because YouTube does some magical things sometimes, and sometimes people just fall off my subscription list for no reason, meaning that they didn't choose to come off my subscription list. So I hope if you like this channel, or if you're turning in to watch a video, that you will be subscribed and click the like button and do all the YouTube-y things, and thank you so much for being here. Okay, so today what I want to read on is Elon Musk. Elon is, he's a mess. He is not, I don't think he's a good person or a well person. I think that he is doing some kind of a drug. I think he's high a lot of the time. I think he was high at the inauguration. I think he does things that are off the wall. And now we've had Trump come out and announce this Stargate, which is headed by Sam Altman of OpenAI. Like Sam Altman needs to make more money. Okay. They're building something in Texas. Yeah, because Texas is so well known for having such good and stable electricity. Their weird grid. Anyway, Donald has been taking pot shots at Elon, basically. He announced basically that Elon is the one who rigged the election for him, at least in Pennsylvania. That's not cool. That's no bueno for Elon. It's also not too bueno for Donald, but I think at this point Donald is so delusional that he believes that nothing is ever going to put him in jail. I mean, he just walked away from all those lawsuits. I think he had something like 25 different lawsuits across the country, maybe more, and pretty much all of them, he's just walked away from them. So I think he feels pretty invincible, and I think he feels like if there's somebody around him that he doesn't like, he can just get rid of them, because he's the king. That's how he feels. And I'm pretty sure Elon thinks that he's the king because he has all the money, and I'm pretty sure that J.D. Vance wants to be the king. So these three guys are not going to get along well. Now, J.D. Vance is a Leo, Donald Trump is a Gemini, Elon Musk is a Cancer. A Cancer. Feelings, moodiness, can be secretive, very good memory probably. He's a double Cancer, so he definitely has a good memory. But this guy has tried to align himself with companies that represent futuristic things, the future, you know, like Starlink, the future of computing and connecting computers and networking, Tesla, the future of electric cars and things like that. And he fully believes that he is kind of the second coming for technology. So I think, though, that he has been dealt some blows this first week of the administration. Susie Wiles has basically locked him out of the West Wing, given him an office in the Eisenhower building, which I don't think that's news. I think that that was already set up, because I remember hearing that like 2 weeks ago. So unless I'm just like hearing the future in my brain, I don't know. Oh, wait, I am. But the office in the Eisenhower building, I thought was set up about 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks before the inauguration, that is. And yet they announced that Susie Wiles had blocked him out of the West Wing. So possibly what happened is that Elon just started moving into some random office in the West Wing, like he could just take it. And she said, no, sweetheart, you're in the Eisenhower building. She also changed his designation for who he reports to, which I'm sure didn't sit well with Elon. Elon is now reporting to somebody like he's an employee, and that's Susie Wiles. So now he reports to Susie Wiles, not to the president, because he thought he just had a direct line to DJT. And Susie Wiles is saying, no, we're shutting that shit down. You do not have a direct line to DJT. You go through me. And if I say you can talk to him, you can talk to him. That's the way the, what do you call that? The chief of staff works in the White House. You can't get to the president directly without going through the chief of staff, and the chief of staff is the gatekeeper and won't let people in. So let's do a reading on, so the Stargate thing, and then the Susie Wiles thing, and probably a million other things that I don't even know about that are going on, because I know that they are investigating him. So there's just all this stuff going on for Elon, and I don't want to go back and Google everything and know too much about it. I just want to have this kind of general question here of what is going to be happening for him, let's say for the next month, like from January 27th to to the end of February. So what's going to be going on for Elon during this next month? Because I don't think it's going to be very bueno for him. So I'm going to switch my camera so you can see my cards. I'm going to pause. I'm going to shuffle my cards and lay them out. And then when I come back to read them, I'll turn on the camera again. Okay. So here's the cards as they're laid out. I'm using the zombie deck because, you know, why not? And just about every bad card you could think of in the deck has come out for him, except for the final outcome, ironically. So the first card that we have is Justice. And what's going on with this is that he is going to be held. Oh, whoops, that's upside down. He is going to be held accountable for the things that he's done, and he's going to be caught for the things that he's done. The card that crosses it is the Knight of Wands. So what we have here is somebody, probably a fire sign prosecutor, who is going to be coming out with a report, with charges, with something that goes against Elon, and they're going to start taking action. The wands are action. So even if they aren't a fire sign, they're a prosecutor or a justice person who is going to take action against Elon. Now, is this in the United States? I don't know. I mean, this could be more international, because I do know he's being investigated by some international agencies as well. And at the bottom of this is death. No bueno for him. So that could be a transformation of his companies. It could be a transformation of him. It could be a transformation of his relationship with DJT. But whatever it is, it ain't the beginning of something, it's the ending. Definite ending of something. And I think it's an ending of what is going on with him in the White House and his relationship with DJT. Now, in the past, we have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is, the beginning of some idea, a concept, a plan, Doge. So he had that all starting, and then Vivek Ramaswamy conveniently decided to run for governor of Ohio. So oops, now he doesn't have to work with anybody else. He can just do it on his own. And then I noticed in the list of all the things that DJT had done in his first week, one of the things was that he set up this wildly kind of complex hierarchy so that there would be like, let me see if I can find this really quick. Okay, I found it. So after they established the Department of Government Efficiency, under the executive order of the president, and then it says until July 4th, 2026. So I guess it's only going to last until July? Okay, that's weird. This is the entity led by Elon Musk, the world's richest man, which is, debatable, and is charged with recommending cuts in federal programs and spending. It requires each agency head to establish their own Doge team of at least 4 people to work with Musk's operation. So that is cuckoo, but anyway, I guess that's why Musk needs an office, because they have to have an email address, and they have to have they have to have him set up. So that's just scary that he's going to have a White House email address, but he is. Or a Doge email address, I don't know. But anyway, so justice is coming for him. Death is on his doorstep. The new Ace of Swords indicates the new agency that he has started. But the card that crowns him is no bueno. It's the Ten of Swords. So he's going to have he already has all sorts of people who just hate him and who just don't want him to succeed. So, I mean, Count Sam Altman is like number 34. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people in front of him that just can't stand him, including Susie Wiles and J.D. Vance and a whole bunch of people that just can't stand him. Now, in the future, and right in front of him, is the Five of Swords. So this is the bully, right? This is him bullying people, and I don't think he even realizes how much of a bully he is. I think he's just always had money and been in a family that had money, and so he comes from a country where, when he was born, it was apartheid. So I think, yeah, because he's pretty old. So he kind of believes in this I can be the master thing, Like, I don't think he wants to really own slaves, but he wants to be the master of everybody around him, regardless of skin color. Now, what is he afraid of? He's afraid of betrayal. He really is, and he is going to be betrayed, so that's kind of a viable fear. And what other people think looking around him? Well, they're looking at him and they're seeing him working really hard at something, but I think they can't identify what it is that he's working at. What he hopes? He wants to run everything. He wants to run the world. This is one of the positive cards in his reading. All the other ones are pretty bad. So he really wants to run everything, and I don't think that's going to happen for him. But annoyingly and ironically, the Nine of Hazards is his final outcome. And this is actually a good card. This is a card that says that he has enough money to get out from under whatever is going on. So whether he leaves the White House, he's going to leave the White House. But let's put a few cards out here. So we have this Justice and we have the Knight of Wands. And what is going to be happening with the Knight of Wands? Well, the Sun comes up, and the Sun is going to illuminate all of the issues that he has been doing illegally. Thank you very much. Let's hope it includes the election interference, because that would be great. And this Death, what's going to happen here is Queen of Hazards. Okay, so I think this is Avril Haines. Her DNI, she was the DNI, and I think that her report is going to lead to the death of some things. And the death is transformation, right? So what I'm reading this card as is, I know that at some point in Elon Musk's career, his assets are going to be taken from him because he has been doing so many illegal things, and he has so many countries that are really after him now. So I believe that this could be Avril Haines' report causing these other agencies and their reports to come together and coalesce, charge him, apprehend him in some way, and just seize all of his assets. Because there's not really much that you can do to a man that's that rich, aside from actually putting him in a jail, that would curtail him in any way. So if they seized his assets, the Tesla company, X, Starlink, and all of the physical assets of those entities, then they might be able to wrap their heads around what he really did in the elections, and that would lead to the election interference, which has been deemed, I believe, by NATO to be a war crime. Then they can get somewhere with really penalizing him. Let's look at the Ten of Swords and clarify that. Yeah, the Star. So the Ten of Swords is the card that is, all the swords coming down on you and hurting you. The Star is not, it is, for a lot of readers, they say that's the best of democracy. How I'm reading the Star right here is that it is an equalizer. It is going to equalize things, meaning that yes, he's going to have all these things coming down on his head because he brought all those things down on other people's heads, meaning he stole the votes of not just the American people, but of people in many, many countries. And so the Star is going to bring some justice to them as well. So it's not just justice coming down on his head, it's also justice for us and a lot of other people around the world. And what is this one? The Five of Swords crossed by the Six of Swords. Yes, he's going to go away. So all of his bullying and everything, what people really want in their heart of hearts is for him to just go away. You don't belong in this country. We don't know why you have so many children here, but you do, and just go away. And that's going to happen. And then I really want to find out what's going on with the final outcome, the Nine of Pentacles. And so I'm going to pull a card for that. And I get the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, he's going to have to make some choices, and I do think this is going to come down to his assets being seized. So that's what I have to say about Elon Musk. And I don't think he's going to be a U.S. citizen for long, babe. I think you're going bye-bye. See ya. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because YouTube has been doing that magical thing where people just get dropped off as subscribers, and I want you as a subscriber. To those of you who have signed up for memberships, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm just really bad at having the membership parties. But we are going to have one. We are going to have a membership party very soon. Definitely in February, we're going to have a big one, maybe two, because I owe it to you. And I will do some personal readings, and I'll do a bunch of stuff that's fun, and it'll be a live private stream just for you. Okay, I just wanted to say that and do this reading on Elon, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Bye.